There is one more question I want to ask you.
You said that 10 questions ago.
I heard I heard that sometimes if you're a citizen, sometimes they call you to the jail, to the court. Not to the jail, to the court.
Yep.
To be a judge.
No, not a judge.
Not a judge.
A juror.
A juror.
Yes,
right.
a judge means that
They
you're the
call you-
presiding person over the fate of the person. That
Okay,
would
so-
that would really be a bad situation.
So they call you to the court to be a juror.
Yes.
What is it for?
You
And can you actually say no? I don't want to go there.
no. I mean, a lot of people try. I mean, I've even wanted to, but it's every citizen's obligation, and it's again, how you get into the system is you register to vote, and the people who vote are the people who are citizens. So if you want to vote, when you go to register, that puts you into the system of becoming a juror.
But if you don't want a juror?
Eventually you're going to fall into this where you're going to have to be a juror. So for those people who do, you usually get a summons in the mail from the court. That's in your district, the place that you live in. You have to report there. They give you the time and the date. If you miss it, that's not good for you, because it might seem like nothing happened, but eventually court can order a ticket against you. There's all kinds and if you do show up for court for something else, they have you on record for not showing up for your jury duty. There's all kinds of things that can happen to you.
Like what?
I don't know. I've always shown up. So usually what happens is you show up for court with your paper that you stamp in with a time clock there, and they take your driver's license and they put all the information down to show that you showed up. You have the court summons paperwork that you have to turn in and submit to show that you were there. It goes with your social security number, so it's all tracked. You congregate in one area. They tell you the rules of what you have to do during your court stay. It's different for every district. The terms of the length of service are different for every. Usually they say if you show up one time and you're not selected for jury duty, they waive your having to come back, right? That means that you went there one time, you served, you weren't selected, and you can go home. Most of the time that happens, right? Because they have a lot of people that come in there. If you're selected, then you go to the court that you're brought to, and it could be traffic violations, it could be criminal cases. You could go even to a national court case like O.J. Simpson or some crazy thing where there's an axe murder. The whole purpose of being a juror is that they say that you're to be judged by your peers meaning other citizens, and since you weren't there at the crime, and you're guaranteed fair and lawful trial by jury. And the jury is randomly selected citizens who have no understanding of what you're being brought to court on, and they're to simply judge based off of facts that are given in the case. That's why it's random, right? And the way that they can assure that it's random is that they mail out randomly to the general population, and the population comes and serves. So that's where a jury comes from, right? A jury of your peers. So you sit there, you wait, you listen to the court case, and what happens is there's jury selection even for the particular one that you're selected from. So you're selected from a large group of people to a courtroom, and they overextend how many people that they need. So they only need 12 jurors. So they pick 15 or more than that. They pick like 20 or 30 people. And so those people go in, they sit down, they ask you a whole bunch of questions, and they try to weed out the people who have bias towards one way or the other of a strong opinion. So if a person is in there for attempted murder, right, then they ask the jury, do you have a family member that's ever been murdered? And if you say yes, then they say, we don't want you because you're going to say, burn that guy or put that guy in jail or whatever based off of your past prejudices, right?
That's very cool. Is it like a psychologist sitting there?
No, the lawyers are well versed in trying to, and they ask certain questions that are slanted toward determining whether or not you have a prejudice one way or the other. If you want to get out of jury duty, just be like, find out whatever it is and say, I don't like that, and be like very adamant, and then they'll kick you out just based off of that. So
if you don't speak English, right? So you're a citizen, but you don't speak English
well enough
to understand what's going on.
Usually they'll kick you for that because you're not going to be able to follow what's happening.
But they're not going to punish you with the tickets.
No. I mean, there's a certain level. In order for you to be in court means that you have to have a citizenship. You have to understand the language. Anyway, I hope that helps.
Yeah, thank you.